Okay, greeting guys, welcome back to another episode on your Dr. DIY's channel. So today we are going to show you how to diagnose and repair a 1 horsepower Mitsubishi heavy duty air conditioning system. So you can see now this air conditioning system, this indoor unit, so when it is off, of course there's no light, okay? So this is off. So when I on with the remote control, okay, so when the air conditioning blower unit is switched on by means of the remote, it will auto shut down, right? It will auto shut down and it will not run. And when it auto shut down, pay attention on the light, okay? Because this is the direction, or this is the hint on what is the problem with the aircon. So you see the light now have already been on, which is the orange light, and the green light is blinking. So you have to count the number of blinks. So in this case, let it stop blinking. Okay, stop. So now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It stopped blinking, and it will continue blinking 6 times with a short interval. So the key point here is you have to look up for the manual of this air conditioning system, right? And you have to find out what is the problem or what is the recommended solution when you have a green light blinking for 6 times as per shown in this video. Okay, so upon checking, it is related to the thermistor sensor which is located inside the aircon. So we are going to remove the casing now and determine which sensor to be changed. So without further ado guys, we are going to show you how to remove it. So stay tuned. Hope it gives you some information and benefits the audience out there. Okay, so first you take out the filter. The filter is located here. You just slide it out. Okay, so the filter has been taken out. Now you got to take out this compartment. So this compartment, it is rather quite tricky because you don't see any screws. That is because the screws are hidden with this cover. So you got to remove 1 and remove 2. You will see the screws. Okay,
1.
So using a test pen, gently put this up, left and right. Okay, you will see a flower type screw. So gently remove it. So once you remove it, this cover can be slowly slide out. Okay, so we have removed the cover. So this is the indoor unit, the coil. You can see the coil is also dirty, so one shot we can just clean it, okay, by means of using a vacuum cleaner, right? So the thermistor is located inside here, so we got to open this cover. You got to open up this screw here, okay. So after taking out the cover, this is the motherboard, right? So the main circuit, so this is the cover here. Remove the screw, this cover will come out. So when this cover comes out, the thermistor is here. Okay, 2 wires, black color. It's going here and it's coming to this connection here. So disconnect it. So after disconnecting the socket, you will notice there are 4 wires, but there's only 2 wires from this sensor. Okay, so a balance 2 more wires is connected. It's going at the side. You just follow the wire. It's going to right to this sensor. There's another sensor there. Okay, this guy. So gently just remove it. Okay, so this is the sensor, right? So remove. So the subject of interest now is completely detached. Okay, So we're going to remove this thermistor. Rather simple. Just pull out this pin, right? Be careful, it's quite sharp. If you think you cannot use your hand, use a plier to pull it out. Okay guys, so in order to check whether this thermistor is faulty or not, we got to check its resistance. Okay, so a resistance of a good thermistor will be between 9 to 10 kilo ohms. Anything between 1 to 2 kilo ohms, it is a faulty thermistor. Okay, so we are going to check now by means of a multimeter. So I'm getting somewhere around 3.7 kilo ohms. So this is a faulty thermistor. Okay, so this is a faulty thermistor because it should be higher than this value, right? What about the other one, the small one? I'm also getting about 3.8 kilo ohm, right? So we are going to change to a new one. Okay, so this is the AC indoor unit PCB board. Okay, so after going through a thorough checkup, we came to know that this capacitor is faulty. So we changed a capacitor. The symptoms of faulty capacitor is when you on the aircon, the blower struggles to spin. Okay. However, if you use your hand and you just give a small push, the blower will start turning and eventually the aircon will work. But if you don't assist the blower by giving a small push or a little force, the aircon will completely stop and the LED will blink 7 times, telling you a false indication that the thermistor or the temperature sensor need to be changed. Okay, so far that is the findings. Okay, how to remove the blower. Okay, so open up this screw, open up this screw, 2 screws, and then 1 screw here, right, to loosen up this cooling coil. So the cooling coil can be moved a bit. So you just gently carry here, right, and pull out the blower this way, right? So the blower will come out like this. But of course, you got to take out the motor first, right? To take out the motor is rather easy. You will see there is an opening here. Put in your flower screwdriver and turn the screw anti-clockwise such that it becomes loose. Need not to remove it, just make it loose, and then the motor will, you can remove the motor out. This is the motor, so the screw will basically sit here and it will lock. So when you loosen up the screw, it will come out from the groove and you can pull the motor out from this side. Okay, so to put in the motor, just put in back the same place such that this key will basically sit on the housing which is mounted to the cooling coil. So you just put the motor here, gently press it in until you hear a tuck sound. Okay, now you may tighten up the screw. Let me just show you the screw. Yes, so that is the screw. Tighten up using a flower screwdriver. Okay, don't be mistaken, there is 2 screws at the side here. If you notice, you can see screw number 1 and here is screw number 2. This screw need not to touch. It will not help in any way. You have to open up the screw to remove the blower. So you have got to open up the screw. In this case, 1, and the other side 2 and 3. So this cooling coil will be able to slide out. You can take out the blower. In a similar manner, put back the blower and tighten up the 3 screws back. Remember to do a simple check after tightening up the 3 screws and also tightening up the motor to the blower. You might just put your hand here and give a spin to see if there is any noise. So there is no noise, so meaning which all is in proper contact and there is no any parts touching against each other. Okay, so everything is good. Now you may secure back the motor using one screw here. Okay, so we are going to install back this flapper, this protective plastic cover, okay, which sits on the top, at the top of the AC unit. So you have the groove and you have the curve coming out here. So this curve is at the back, this groove goes in this white plastic, right? So gently just put it down. Okay, align the clips to this original position and just give it a press. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, same goes at the back. So once you already pressed, then you put in this clip. Okay, so this plastic cover goes in front here. Okay, so follow back the entry grooves 1, 2, 3 and the copper piping here 4. So you just simply get it in. So this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 and here number 5. So this is secured. Next we can put the flappers and also the water ducting channel, the compartment 2 in 1. There is a groove here 1, 2 and 3. So it sits inside here 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so it just sits. You need not to put in the screw yet because this is the last part of the screw. Last part you need to screw when you put the entire casing in. So now it just moves on clips. And of course this is the water output. You have a screw, right? So this guy will come here and you will have a screw here. Okay, so eventually the cooling coil water condensation will drop at this duct. It will go inside here and it will go out. So in other words, this thing all you have to clean. Okay, this thing is also, you can use this side, but this is already covered by rubber. Okay, so you might make sure this is all clean. Normally your air conditioning system might over leak or water might come out because they are all algae or all the debris stuck here. Okay, so this is already in place, right? The hose is also in place, water outlet hose. If you think this thing is loose or it might come out, because we are going to do some other works now, installing the electronic board, you might just secure it by means of one screw first. In this case, I'm going to secure it because it's quite loose, worried that it might drop. So now next we are going to install the circuitry board now. So before we can install the circuitry board, it is much more easier to install this motor which will control the air flapper. Okay, so this motor basically goes in the hole here. You got two holes, one is for the screw, one is the slot to go inside the motor hole. So this is how you put it. Sorry, the other way. So the motor sits like this, likewise. Okay, and then you put in the screw. The screw is slightly smaller. Okay, this is the screw compared to the screws, other screws. Okay, so this is the motor screw. This is the normal screws used for the entire AC unit, and this is the screw used for the earth cabling wire. Later I will show you. So it's already installed. Okay, it's firm. Now we're going to install the main PCB board. Okay, so this is the main PCB board. Okay, so how it goes, very simple. Just this is the way. So it's going to go and slide in this direction. Okay, so you have the upper groove and the lower groove. It sits at the white color casing. So it will be in place where you will have the whole of the black casing aligned with the white color plastic, and at the front here the hole is seen between the black casing and also the gray plastic. Okay, so this is how it fits in. Remember, these three wires should be pointed downwards. Okay, so now I'm going to secure the two screws, one here and one here. So we're going to install the thermistor now, thermistor sensor. So this is the clip. Gently put it inside the thermistor positioning entry. Get your thermistor sensor and gently push it in the slot all the way down. Yes. Okay. So the wire will come here. Okay. So now we are going to plug all the wires taken out into the PCB board, neatly following the wire channel provided at the side of the board. Okay. So this is how it looks like after you fix the wires. Now we need to fix this guy to the housing. There's a hole there, and the screw is it's not a normal screw, it's a long screw. Okay, this is the screw. So it goes here and goes there. Next, we're going to settle the earth wire. So it's going to go at the side here, follow this, it's going to come out there, it's going to be mounted, it's going to come out here, it's going to be mounted here. There's a special screw for these two. This is the screw. So has been installed, the earth wire has been installed. Now we're going to install the protective board here. Okay, so this is the cover. So pay attention to this hole and this hole, which will go in here. Okay, so sorry, it's this way, right? So, and there's a clip it on the copper piping. Yes, so likewise. So this is how it goes. There's a screw here. Tighten up the screw, and we're gonna put this board back into its position to secure the PCB board. Okay, the board has been placed. There's a screw. Okay, screw it in. Now you can install the flapper. And just before you install the final casing with the filter, you might want to run the unit without the casing to observe any abnormalities or any vibration or any sound generated, indicating the screws are not properly tight. Okay, so we are going to slowly mount this in its position. Okay, everything is in place. Let's do a test run. So this unit is a bit different, okay, whereby the filter is not mounted inside but rather a slight cartridge at the top, okay, making it very convenient for cleaning. So this is the filter element. Slide it in. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So time to time the dirt will be trapped here because air is basically being sucked in. Air is going in and air is coming out. So this needs to be cleaned every now and then. So after fixing the main casing, tighten up the screw 1, 2, and there's a clip here. Okay, this is a clip. Then you can close this final casing, and the screw here is a bit unique because there is a white color paint on the screw so that it doesn't be too noticeable. So this is the screw. Okay, so guys, hope this video brought some useful information to you. Till we meet again in the next episode, stay passionate, look for alternative low-cost solution, and always DIY it only at Dr. DIY channel. I'm your host, checking out now. Best regards,